y'all live.
Yeah, you hit the live button. How's everybody doing today, guys?
Good.
Doing good.
So, right now we're watching the Cleveland Guardians and Detroit game. Detroit's winning 1-0. How do y'all see this game going?
Just like I said earlier, Bird, I see Detroit winning this. I don't know why, but I think they get back on track.
What inning is it in?
It
It's
is
early.
in the top of the third.
Still early.
Still a lot of game left in it.
It's still a game, but it'll be interesting to see if Detroit can hold momentum on that first inning run they got.
That was a nice pitch by Williams. He's pitching decent.
He
Let's see
is
if he can get out.
pitching decent.
See if he can get out of trouble. That was a nice curve.
So we streaming this on YouTube right now.
Fastball high. There we go.
He chase it.
No, he didn't chase it.
No chase.
So the count right now is 2-0, and you got runners on first and second.
That was an 87-mile-an-hour ball. High and inside, swung at it, missed.
Strike at the knees for a count of 2-1. Through the third inning, Williams is already at 39 pitches. This next pitch will be his 40th. At what point do you look at him struggling and remove him because
There's
this
a
is the
double play. There's a double play they needed. 2 outs, runner on third.
Detroit still at the plate.
Yeah,
Detroit still at the plate.
nice double play hit to the shortstop.
Jim.
You're
Yep.
ahead of me. I still haven't seen the double play yet, but so
Strike one. 0-1.
I know we've
2
had a
outs.
couple years of this pitch clock. How do y'all feel about the pitch clock? Y'all like it?
I do now. I'm not a traditionalist anymore.
Carpenter's up. Kerry Carpenter's up to the plate. It's 0-1. Still a runner on third.
So both of these teams were fighting for the AL Central at the end of the season. Do you see, because the Guardians won it, that Detroit's going to scuffle this series?
Ooh, did he go? Did he go? They say no. They said yes, he went. Oh, okay. 0-2. Foul ball. They know each other very well, so this should be a good series. Just like the Yankees, Red Sox, they know each other very well. I see another good series.
What do you? What's the least exciting series y'all are thinking about?
Reds, Reds, Dodgers.
Yeah, that is the least exciting one for me. All right, we got 1-2, still running on third, 2 outs,
I
top
still
of the
think
third.
I still think the Reds will pull off the upset over that series.
Yeah,
Here comes here comes the 1-2 pitch. Foul ball.
He spoiled
Staying
that
alive.
bit.
Good way to battle.
A little bit. Yep.
The longer he battles, the more the pitcher's going to get tired because he's already up through 41 pitches through three, which is
Fastball high. Ball.
Full count.
Nope, it's 1-2 still because he fouled off. He fouled off 3 consecutive.
Oh, I thought he started off 2-1.
No, no. Oh, that wasn't a strike. Oh, on the outside corner,
What do y'all
called a
think about the
ball.
What do y'all think about the umpire straight zones today?
That was the first one I've seen that I didn't like. I mean, wow, 1-2 again or 2-2. It's 2-2 foul ball.
That w-
Dude, that last pitch, that should have. I think that should have been a strike. If you go by the box, that's on the TV. That should have been a strike.
I totally agree with that.
All
That
right,
was
2-2. Here we go. Next pitch. Williams still running on third. The pitch.
I
Breaking
mean
ball in the dirt. 3 full count now. We got a full count. Runner on third.
Williams has been bringing it today. I mean, the first inning he got into a little trouble and ended up Detroit playing a run, but that run came on 2 outs. So you know what?
Here's the
It
3-2
was
pitch. Struck him out. Inning over. Going to the bottom of the third. Cleveland coming up.
Hey Chris, are you watching the game?
Yeah, I am. Am I here?
You
You're
are
here.
here.
Oh, what's going on?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm just trying to play around with this, figure this thing out. Trying to figure out. Okay, there we go.
There's
Hey,
Brandon.
what's up? What's up? Can't hear him.
What's up, guys? What's up?
There we
We're
go.
just we're just watching a little baseball chat, and then. So, what's your take on this game, Chris? Since you just came in,
Okay, so this is what I got. I literally just started watching. I've been kind of busy this morning getting some stuff done. And it looks like the pitcher from Cleveland can't control his emotions, what's going to end up hurting him in the long run. I saw a few pitches. He's not throwing that good from what I could see. Now, I didn't see the first couple of innings, so you guys would know a lot better than I would. I think that the Tigers hitters, they're a little off balance. I mean, I know they're up 1-0. That's about it. But just from a few pitching sequences that I saw, everybody's nerves are really taking effect right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I think you're going to see, probably knowing these two teams, 6th, 7th, 8th, they're going to be big innings. And I am a former Tiger scout, so I got to pull for the Tigers in this game. Can't stand Cleveland. So that's my take on this game.
now, Chris, I'm gonna ask you something based on what you said right there.
Yeah,
All these wild card series, are you gonna expect nerves in the first game?
absolutely. Especially from a lot of the younger, 1-2 year players that haven't had that opportunity to play in October. And I think that there are a lot of young ball players this year, and they need to figure out a way to control their emotions, because if you can't control your emotions, you're not going to succeed in this time of year. Scooble, this is his what, first or second postseason? The
Second.
first,
He was last year.
that's what I thought. Um, and he was really shaky last year, in my opinion. Missed a lot of pitches, but we'll see what happens today. I mean, that's the first time I saw him pitch, and he's kind of all over the place, but it worked in his benefit.
Yep.
Change
Strikeout.
levels pretty good. Yeah,
Scooble. 3
change
straight pitches.
levels. He climbed the ladder on that hitter, and the
He kept
hitter had.
following him.
Yep. So that's what I got. At least that's what I'm thinking. I think that Detroit really needs to pull their heads out of their ass. 15 and a half game lead July 8th and lose the Central. Come on, are you kidding me?
Well, they only had 3 wins in the last 16 games.
Yeah, and they backdoored in because the Astros ended up losing, what, 5 of their last 6 or 6 or last
3
7?
was the 3. I think it was 3 of the last 5.
Was that? Okay.
And do y'all see that demise that Detroit took playing a factor in this postseason, or you think they can bounce back?
The way Scoople's pitching right now, I think they might just be okay if they score some runs.
Mm,
Scoople's dealing right now.
he is. But I want to know who's calling the pitches because he's starting to get into a pattern, not a rhythm, a pattern.
Yeah.
And these Cleveland hitters are good enough to figure it out.
Yeah, but right now they keep chasing everything.
Yeah.
Keep throwing it there if they're going to keep chasing it.
Oh, yeah. This one, if he sticks to the pattern, high and outside, above the zone, not in the zone. No, okay. Changed. God, that was straight up filthy.
I'm telling you, he is filthy right now.
He is.
Speak to a pattern versus rhythm, Chris. You were a scout for the Tigers. What did that look like for you when you scouted pitchers?
So for me, scouting pitchers was a little different than a lot of other people. I looked for location, if they're a thrower or a pitcher, and I looked to see if their fastball had any movement, what type of movement on their sliders and curveballs, see if their changeup bit. I wanted to see if they were over the front of their body or staying on the back side of their body when they got to connection point. And for me, connection point is when that front foot gets down and where they're at, where their body is.
Oh, he went 3-0 to the next batter, though.
So
Doesn't Hedges own him, though?
Hedges, I think, has hit him pretty decent.
Yeah.
Walked him in 4 straight. Ouch. Not what you needed.
He's only thrown 33 pitches. I think that's going to be a setup at bat for this guy. Watch.
You know, that they just showed him. Torkelson has not had the career yet that I thought he would when he came into the pros.
I agree.
Here's the guy right here. This guy right here, Stephen Kwan, he just hits.
He does.
Him and the guy from San Diego, the other second baseman. Them two they're just hitters. They just hit.
Arise, I think that's his name.
Yeah, they just hit.
God, I wish I could throw a 97-mile-an-hour sinker.
Yeah. Fly ball to the left. Inning over. Going to the top of the 4th with Detroit up 1-0. And Scoople's only giving up 1 hit so far. Not bad. I didn't see how many Ks he had, but
let's look it up.
Going into this next frame of innings, when do you start gauging the pitcher's success versus when
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, there we go. Get us some music going. Hey, everybody.
Back to what I was saying. Going into the 4th, 5th, 6th innings with pitchers not having a pitch count today, when do you start looking at the tiredness of the pitcher?
Well, out of the 2 pitchers, I would see Williams being the one to go out first before Scooble. Because number one, he's thrown more pitches. But Scooble, if he keeps going like this, I could see Scooble going if not a complete game, at least a good solid 7-8 innings. If he doesn't get in trouble.
And
With
that
Skubal, his 80th pitch is going to be the telling sign on where he is, on if he's going to be able to go into the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning strong or not.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think 80 pitches is a stopping point for a lot of these pitchers today because of arm tiredness and everything. They're trying to protect arms.
This is the
Especially-
playoffs.
Yeah, they're going
We
to
don't.
yank the kid Williams. They're going to yank him probably next inning. They need him to get through 4 innings, and their bullpen's going to take over.
Yeah. Scooble is the ace, so Scooble, they're going to let Scooble. Scooble's going to have a lot bigger, longer leash than Williams is going to. So, did you see how many Ks he had so far?
Oh, sorry. No, hold on. My bad.
Brandon's still on here? Or his phone?
Brandon, our guy, you with us?
I think he might have went. His phone might have went kapoop.
Skubal's
You
got
know-
4 Ks through 3 innings.
Okay. First pitch to the top of the beginning of the 4th. It was a ball.
They're calling
2-0.
that a sweeper now.
They're calling that what?
A sweeper now, that second pitch.
Yes. No, when I think of sweeper, I think of Kerry Woods.
Yes, that thing was filthy.
It was.
Fly ball to center. 1 out.
All right, I got to slow down. I'm about a minute ahead of you guys, so I'm going to hit pause.
I'm about 2 minutes behind y'all, but if we can get this. So, you were talking about Torkelson's. If anything, is when I used to play the video games all like MLB, the show and all, Torkelson would be the first baseman I would go try get.
Oh, nice curve.
That was,
That was
filthy.
yeah. That
I
just
like
made him sit still. Yeah, I like Riley Green too. He's really coming on.
Yeah, I think that Detroit's going to figure out a way to get rid of Torkelson after the season. To be honest, they need to bring in a big donkey because Torkelson, what is he hitting, like 210?
Yeah. Well, I can tell one thing right now with the home plate umpire. If you're a low ball hitter, this is good for you because he's calling lower strikes. If for the pitchers, if trying to go up, the top of the strike
That's a
zone,
great-
he is not call them.
That
That
a
was
great.
filthy.
Riley, sit your ass down, dude. That was a great fucking pitch.
Yeah.
Are
Yes,
we
it
live
was.
on anything?
Do what?
Are we live on anything right now?
Yeah.
I think we're live on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Sweet. I didn't realize that. Nice.
Williams is feeling just as good as Torkelson past that first. I mean, not Torkelson. We were talking about Torkelson. Scooble. So ultimately, after that first inning, Williams seems like he's settling in nicely.
Yeah, but the thing is that this umpire is not giving them the edges against left-handers.
Ooh. He turned on that pitch.
Yeah, he
Dang.
did. But the umpire is not giving them the outer edge or the upper part of the strike zone. And that could be bad for the pitchers unless these hitters start chasing.
Which they all are, it seems like.
Yeah.
Except for
With
Green. That dude would just watched it go by.
If they stop chasing those, it's gonna be a long rest of the day for the pitchers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was filth.
Yeah,
That
we'll see, right? Down again.
All of a 12-6. Jesus criminy.
That down in the zone again. The ump's calling him down in the zone, but he will not call that up in the zone pitch.
Now
That's crazy.
speak to the managers here a minute. Voigt is in the second season, and Hinch has won a World Series with the
Astros.
Astros. How much advantage is that compared to being in the second season in the playoffs?
It is an advantage, but it also you got to remember you got to see what kind of players you have because both these teams were in the play. If I'm not mistaken, both were in the playoffs last year. Actually, Cleveland knocked Detroit out of the playoffs last year, so they know each other from the playing against each other in the Central, AL Central. So I mean, manager wise, they're neither one of them are rookie managers. They've both been in the playoffs. Hinch does have that series, the championship, but that's a completely different team. So, I mean, these guys they know each other about as good as you're going to know another team. So it's going to come down to the pitchers who hits the strike zone, who doesn't give up the long ball, and the hitters is who's gonna have that key hit. It might not be a home run, but that key hit. Which team? Because, like I said, these two know each other very, very well.
This is my thought on this. I think we're going to have to get way more succinct on that. And I think we're going to have to narrow that down because I think it's going to be the first mental mistake, secondary to something I just said a few minutes ago, controlling your emotions, because that's what the playoffs are about in baseball. If you can control your emotions, usually you do a really good job keeping your heart rate down, staying relaxed. It's another game. Just because it has a little something over it, you got to stay calm. You got to stay focused. If you're not doing that, that's just going to hinder you in the long run. I think right now, the kid from Williams from Cleveland, he's not controlling his emotions. That's why you're seeing his pitch count at 60 going in for him into the fifth inning.
Yeah.
More worried about what the umpires do. See, Torkelson could have dove for that. That pisses me off right there.
Yeah, he could have. Well, here's the thing, and the other thing is I just seen that these players do not know how to bunt anymore. I mean,
No, they don't.
that's horrible. That's a basic thing you learn right off the bat when you learn to play baseball.
Yep. Bunting's a city in Germany. Oh, that was filth.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, that high sinker. Jesus.
Yeah. He is. Besides the one batter, he's looked good.
Yes. I'll tell you what, Stephen Voigt, I really like that guy. As a manager, as a player, I respected him just because he had so many young pitchers that he worked with.
Yeah.
That he made better, even though he was at the A's the last part of his career. Man, he did such a good job. It's just moving on to Cleveland. Let's be honest. Yeah. It truly is.
Have you seen? We see it all the time in Major League Baseball. The catchers make really good managers.
They do,
and it's because they can. Yeah, the pitchers have to make the pitches, but 9 times out of 10, the catchers are the ones calling the game. Behind that plate. So they've already by the time their career ends, they've already called how many games behind the plate. So it's just I know that that they also move. They'll move their outfielders around, their infielders around. So being a catcher helps you going into being a manager.
You have to be the field general.
That's why they're uber successful. It's they basically called the whole game.
Yeah.
The positioning and everything else.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, being a Cardinal fan, I'm telling you, Yadier Molina will be a heck of a baseball coach, a manager. He will be.
If St. Louis doesn't bring him on within 3 years, the Giants better pick him up. That's all I got to say.
And I mean, you look at these, you look at all these these players wise, successful coaches, a lot of them have been former catchers.
Oh yeah,
Melvin, Bochy,
Joe
you know,
Torre.
Torre.
Yeah, I also think because I was a catcher and I did fair to Midland as a coach. I won my fair share, but
He broke the camera, man. He broke
yeah,
the
he did.
camera. He shattered that thing.
So a little trick for hitters, and Brandon can probably attest to this. One thing that I've always told my players is, as a hitter, if your front foot is down, when the pitcher's front foot is down, your timing will be good. You have to trust the movement up, as I like to call it.
Yep.
Then your hands and everything else will follow.
Yep.
If
Keep
you're
those.
off,
That
Oh,
is
that was.
hilarious that they broke the camera that bad. I mean,
yeah.
they're picking up glass off the field.
Oh yeah.
That baseball is mental. It's a lot of mental part.
That's a
But
great pitch right there. Tough
Yeah, it
play.
was.
let me
Oh,
ask
he beat it.
y'all were talking about the timing thing.
Yeah.
When these batters are bringing up their front foot, is that a disadvantage for them?
So when they bring up their front foot, a lot of them are actually loading their front side, and you just don't truly see it unless you break it down. And they're trying to load their front side, kind of like how a pitcher, when they bring their leg up to turn, they're trying to load their front side to explode down and through, and staying on their back half and bringing it down. It's kind of the catapult.
Yeah, that is a definite big catapult. But and when you see hitters when the pitchers have got them off balance, you see the pitcher or the catch or the hitters coming out of their stance. That's when you see them either pull the ball really bad or they're really behind the ball, played on it.
To me, I never cared if they pulled the ball really bad. And it sounds silly, but I would coach my players to pull the ball. Now, a pull for me for a right-handed hitter is from the second baseman to the third base foul line, and then
That's
for a
true.
left-handed hitter is from the shortstop to the first base foul line. So it covers the field and it covers the zone, in my opinion. Go ahead.
We've seen though that throughout the years that these hitters are, you don't see the all around field hitters anymore like a Tony Gwynn. They're too concerned with pulling the ball, and that's something that's hurt these batters. I mean, we see it in batting averages.
Oh yeah.
The reason Aaron Judge is so good is, yeah, he hits a home run a lot, but he hits over 300 because even his long balls, he's driving them to right field.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, if you really take a look at it, a lot of his balls that he hits to the right side is right center field.
Yeah. Yes. I like watching him. I mean, for being a big guy, I mean, he hits with power and average, and I would take somebody that hits for a high average and only hits with 20 homers than a guy that hits 50 homers and barely hits 200.
I agree, but that's not the game now.
No, it's not. And
no, it's not. And to both of y'all's point, that's why Luis Ariz is going to be a key in the Chicago series coming up for the Padres, because he is that all-around hitter like Tony Gwynn was, and he just hits on base.
One of my two favorite players to watch hit the ball, not for long ball purposes, but I actually three. I liked watching Pete Rose, obviously, but I also liked watching Wade Boggs and Tony Gwynn. Those three, you know, they had a little bit of pop, but it wasn't the pop that, you know, did it. I mean, look at Willie McGee the year that he won MVP. He didn't. He had what, 10 homers,
Willie McGee. Love
but he
that.
led the league in RBIs and
God, yeah.
batting average.
An average, yeah. Well, what I find funny is Trey Turner hit 304 in the National League, and he ended up winning the batting crown. Freaking ridiculous. At
304.
Jesus.
I know that. He wouldn't even been the top 10 back in the 80s.
Oh, God, yeah. He wouldn't have been in the top 30 in the 80s or even 90. Wow.
Man, Strubal's got, when he's going, he's got his pitches going.
So I don't know if you're picking it up, but when Strubal's missing the zone like he did on the last hitter, not this kid that he just struck out, but the kid before, his front side's really opening up a little too quick.
Yeah.
Causing his ball to float a little bit. Watch.
Yeah.
Now there, you saw him stay tight. And we're
Yep. You know, that's something we were talking about earlier is, you know, Nolan Ryan pitched for 20-some years in the pros, and that's the one thing that never changed on him was his mechanics.
Oh, God, no.
He-
God, that was a great pitch.
He threw the ball the same way, and we were talking about, you know, throwing out the first pitch of the, you know, of a game. Nolan Ryan had the second highest this year of throwing out the first pitch before the game
Yeah.
at 80 mile or 70 some miles an hour, and Ichiro had the highest at over 80.
Yep. And what was funny though about that is Ryan wasn't even trying, and he had a jacket.
Yeah, had a jacket on.
You know,
And-
Nolan Ryan should go down as one of the all-time greatest pitchers ever.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, the sad part is he's one of them that gets dinged a lot when you talk to the greatest because he played on so many teams that were,
Oh, he got
Got
in
him.
there. He's safe.
got him.
No, I'm telling you right now, he's safe. He got his hand in there.
They're going for the review. That was a heck of a play all around, though.
Yeah, it was.
Good heads up run, good heads up throw.
So,
Safe.
Called-
Called it.
You're right, he got it in there. Yes, he did. It's a good thing he has red gloves and not white gloves on.
Yeah.
Got it right in between.
Man. Two
He's also
and a walk, and they tie the ball game up.
Yeah.
Jesus climbing.
he's lucky he didn't get hurt when he came in like that.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
I've seen
That
guys
shoulder.
careers that way.
Yeah. That shoulder,
That
he
was-
comes in.
That was a heck of a run to home. Now, y'all say he is safe. Let's see.
Safe.
You know what hurts the catchers today? You can't block the plate.
No, you can't.
No.
But then on the other hand, you can't take the catchers out anymore, and he's actually doing a good job of blocking the plate there. If
Yeah.
he puts more on the corner of the bag, he never scores.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, the other thing is if that runner would have came in feet first, he would have been out
yes.
because he came in that left arm. And look, he's really lucky he did not hurt his shoulder or arm. Because
Yeah.
you watch that as he comes in, he just swings around the guy's leg with his arm.
So do you see where the catcher is and where his foot is?
Yeah, if it had been just a little bit higher,
Yeah. needs to be on that front corner of the plate,
Yep.
facing the foul pole.
Yeah.
He was too wide in his stance.
Yep. If they
Yeah, he
if